going on, Legion? Azrael here, like always. We got The Last of Us Part 2, State of Play. It's about 23 minutes. I'm going to, depending on how, energetic it's going, like how much fun we're having or how much fun I'm having, I might make it 2 videos, because 20 minutes is kind of a long time. I can sometimes talk for that long in a video, but if it's like really bogged down and I'm just not feeling it, I might just stop it. But let's just get into it, check it out, see what it's all about. Let's hope it's good. Let's hope it's a little bit entertaining. We get a little bit of, I wouldn't mind like the game mechanics and stuff like that. Something to kind of, fill in the boring spots. Let's say if we're gonna go through part of the story that might be slow or something like that. So let's just go. And we're going. There we go. Oh god, how loud is this? Oh my god, can we just kind of like... Alright, just... That freaking opening, man. Now that I have a job, I can afford video games again.
I wish things were different. Ellie!
Ooh. The game still looks great.
But they ain't.
Is that old? She looks older, yeah.
Please stop.
Sony Entertainment presents Naughty Dog.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
To do this smart, we'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
So they just get to get away with this?
How'd you find us?
You can't stop this.
Oh, it's gonna be gory.
I want what you want. But not at any cost. I really hope you make it.
Oh, it's gonna be a brutal ass game.
I have to finish.
I'm gonna kill everybody. No passion.
Cost.
We could have killed you.
Maybe you should have.
That's just a last-ditch effort to excuse your stupidity. You should have killed me, fucker.
I'm Neil Druckmann. Vice
I rely on your stupidity for my survival if my talent doesn't come through.
President of Naughty Dog and the director of The Last of Us Part 2. We're just a few weeks away from launch on June 19th, when the game will finally be in your hands.
Sweet.
The wait has been long, and we're extremely grateful for your patience, especially now in the midst of these unprecedented and challenging times.
17 more days or
We
something?
hope you're all taking care of yourselves and that you, your friends, and your loved ones are doing well.
Oh, that's who
Because of
started
these
the
extraordinary
coronavirus. Naughty
circumstances,
Dog.
we can't be together in this final stretch and share the experience like we usually would. So today we're trying something different. Something we've never done before. Over the next 20 minutes or so, we're going to give you an in-depth look into what awaits you in The Last of Us Part 2, including new details about the gameplay experience and story. And to cap it all off, we'll be showing a never-before-seen, lengthy gameplay sequence. You'll definitely want to stick around for that.
I don't know what happened. I was supposed to take her to the Fireflies and walk away.
Oh, yeah.
They were actually going to make a cure. The only catch, it would kill her.
So he doomed the
The Last of
world.
Us Part 2 picks up Ellie and Joel's story several years after the events of the first game. Ellie and Joel have settled in Jackson, Wyoming, amongst a thriving community of survivors. With the threats of the world kept outside the town's walls, Jackson has been able to find relative peace and even stability. Ellie is now 19, lives on her own, and has been able to forge lasting relationships within the community.
scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate our kiss from last night?
However, this peace is short-lived. Jackson and Ellie suffer a violent and traumatizing event. Ellie sets off back into the treacherous outside world in search of retribution and justice. Her journey will take her to new parts of the country previously unexplored in The Last of Us.
All right.
The story spans multiple seasons and climates, from the snow-capped mountains of Jackson to the lush Pacific Northwest. Each introduces a wide range of exterior and interior environments for you to navigate and explore, rendered in meticulous detail and unprecedented scale with the latest iteration of the Naughty Dog engine.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Our goal was to make these environments not only beautiful, but feel as grounded and authentic to the cities they're based on as possible. Much of the story unfolds in what remains of Seattle, a massive former quarantine zone.
Ew, Seattle, gross.
Its locales are incredibly diverse, spanning a dense city center with a skyline of towering high-rises to the beautiful suburbs and stormy waterfronts that surround it.
Oh, man.
The city exhibits drastic shifts in architecture, elevation, and weather. And with Part 2, we've introduced new traversal mechanics that afford greater exploration and ways to navigate threats. Ellie is not only able to climb and jump over gaps, but she can use ropes to scale vertical terrain or swing over obstacles, allowing you to discover new areas, resources, and side narratives. These more open environments also create new strategic considerations in combat,
A regular Laura
whether it's
Croft
to get the
over
jump
here.
on enemies or bypass them entirely.
It's Laura, not Laura. Shut up.
The Last of Us Part 2 features some of the largest environments we've ever created.
That looks great.
Horseback riding will allow Ellie to quickly cover some of these expansive terrains. Some streets are so flooded that a boat is required to navigate them.
Oh, that's gonna be sick. Hurricane Katrina.
However, the world of The Last of Us is as lush and inviting as it is deadly. As Ellie uncovers the path to finding those who have wronged her, she must face the many threats of this unknown city. In the wake of the pandemic and the fall of the quarantine zone, Seattle has become a war zone, where two warring factions find themselves in an ongoing conflict for territory and resources. One of these groups is the Washington Liberation Front, otherwise known as the WLF. The WLF are a militia group that began as resistance to the military occupation of Seattle, and eventually wrestled control of the city from them. They are highly trained, organized, and well-equipped with weapons they stole from the army. They occupy much of the city, imprisoning or killing trespassers on sight.
Hey, we got another trespasser. A girl. Did you see her?
On the other side of this bloody conflict is a group of religious zealots called the Seraphites, or Scars,
I hate religious people.
defined by the self-inflicted deep cuts that they bear across their faces.
Zealots. I hate zealot.
Like the
religious.
WLF, they're deeply tribalistic and territorial. They're known for being stealthy, using overgrowth as cover, and they use more silent weapons like bows and arrows.
Clip her wings.
But beyond this conflict among survivors, the threat that originally brought the world to its knees is very much present. Every human is in danger of falling victim to the infected. They are the recently infected runners, who are more numerous and aggressive in this game. The blind but extremely deadly clickers, and the stalkers, who sneak and hide until they're ready to attack, surprising their victims with extreme agility and brutal violence. The Last of Us Part 2 introduces new stages of infected, such as the Shamblers. Large, heavily armored enemies that are covered in pustule. Upon getting close to you, they expel a corrosive spore cloud that burns its victims. But our most terrifying and lethal new forms of infected will have to wait until you play the game for yourselves.
Son of a motherfucker.
Overcoming these threats will
I wanted
require
those so
careful
bad.
consideration of how you
Lickers?
approach every combat encounter and how you leverage Ellie's unique skills, equipment, and the environment to your advantage.
Let's get in there.
the WLF patrol the streets of Seattle with guard dogs, which are capable of detecting and following you, even while in cover.
You think this guy's connected to the
They can pick up your scent and alert their handlers to your presence. Listen mode will reveal your scent trail, so keep moving and cause distractions to avoid detection.
They could be hiding anywhere.
25 years after the pandemic began, the world is completely overgrown. Use tall grass to hide from enemies and go prone to stay out of sight. However, this form of analog stealth means you're never fully hidden. If enemies get close enough, they can discover you, even in grass. When Ellie is overwhelmed, running away is a viable option. You can also break glass or crawl through tight spaces to find new paths or areas to evade or take on your enemies. In any given combat situation, you can flee an encounter and re-establish stealth to regain the advantage. If you absolutely have to fight your way out, there are a variety of tools at your disposal. Ellie's more agile than most of her enemies. She can sprint and quickly dodge incoming attacks. Learning how opponents attack with different weapons and mastering the timing of your dodges will prevent you from taking damage and create opportunities to counterattack.
Counters.
You can use throwable items.
Everybody loves counters, dude. Just to stab in the face. Shankity, you know, with like a machete or something like that. Everybody loves counters, man. They're great.
Or well-placed shots to stun enemies before dealing a killing blow. Or using them as a shield to protect yourself or buy some time to figure out the next move.
Motherfucker! Oh, this is brutal. I love it. And let me get this straight. Hatred is blocked on Twitch. I don't know if it still is, but as far as I know, that is what, because it's just a kill cop simulator or a kill people simulator. What? Because this has a message, it's okay. Like, it's still gory. I love it.
Ellie isn't always alone on her journey. Allies will take part in helping you navigate the environments, spot enemies, and meaningfully help you in combat encounters.
Back off!
Oh, is that? Fuck, what was his name? Oh shit, what was his name? No, I have to. I have to take this moment. Give me a second. I was gonna make a joke. I forgot the name of the character. Now I have to know. Please just give me the Glenn. I didn't even see. I saw his face. I didn't have to see his name. It's like we got our own Glenn. I know that was a long way for not something funny at all, but still, Glenn. We got our own Glenn with a man bun or something.
Between the human survivors and the roaming infected, there will be times where multiple threats are present, creating new strategic considerations and opportunities. You can choose whether to attack these opponents separately and directly, or find ways to pit them against each other.
Oh, yeah.
Flee as they fight, or wait until their numbers have thinned out and engage with whomever's left.
I love games that allow you to do this. Remember, like, Oblivion or like Skyrim? You could do that? Oh, it's so satisfying.
Our goal is to create unparalleled tension, coupled with deep systems that give you greater control and influence over your journey. As you play, you'll be able to invest in a broad collection of crafting items, weapon, and player upgrades through training manuals scattered throughout the environment and scavenging for ingredients.
Tech tree.
These skills and upgrade manuals cater to a variety of playstyles, and the choices you make will create your own distinct experience. We also wanted to extend that agency and personalization to your weapons through our new workbench system. Scavenge for parts to modify and improve your weapon's performance and attributes,
Fallout 4?
all of which are visualized and become part of your character.
Customizations? Ooh, doggy.
Survival will also require using the parts and ingredients that you'll find in the environment, which can be crafted into a wide range of defensive and offensive items, like proximity mines, explosive arrows, pistol suppressors, and more.
I wonder if suppressors are going to have a durability to them. Oh, an exploding arrow? Fucking Turok 2?
All of these gameplay systems
Hello?
are meant to immerse you in the world and make you feel in lockstep with Ellie's emotional journey.
Emotions. Lesbian emotions.
As we've said before, this is Naughty Dog's largest, most ambitious game. It may seem like we covered a lot, but we've only scratched the surface of what it's like to play The Last of Us Part 2. We can't wait for you to experience it all for yourself on June 19th. Until then, here's an extended sequence of never-before-seen gameplay.
I want to say this first of all. I like the characters in all capacities, but Ellie reminds me of kind of like Rey from Star Wars. And not because they're both girls in any way, but I don't like characters, man or woman, that are just so... I just spit everywhere. That are so know-it-all, right? Like, I actually work with somebody like that. That they think they know everything. When you don't agree, the world is ending, right? She's kind of like that. I gotta do this. Well, no, you're gonna be... Well, if you're not gonna help me, then I'm gonna do it on my own. It's like, oh my God, you're such a fucking needy, moronic child. Shut up. And although I don't think Ellie really suffers from that a whole lot, she has that whole help me or I'll go at it alone, help me or you're the enemy kind of attitude. Like snotty, bratty kind of in a way, but also she's living in a post-apocalyptic world, so she has to kind of grow up in some ways. I hope the character gets a little bit of humility throughout the journey. Like it goes from being like, I can do it or I know what's best. I hate people that have even an inkling of I know what's best. I can't stand that. You know, the people that aren't open to hear other people's opinions. Like, I don't know that much about this character in this game. I'm not really basing it off anything I've seen. More of like the look, the attitude, the sense that the character has, like that know-it-all kind of feel to her. And that everybody does that. The religious zealots, oh, it's going to trigger me because they know what's best. Because they're the religious fucking idiots. Right? At least the WLF, you can just go, yeah, they're raiders. That's pretty much what they are. Raiders that occupy shit. You kill them, you get done with it. People that have their own idealistic bullshit, oh, it triggers me so hard. Because they just think they know everything. It's crazy. And Ellie kind of looks like somebody is going to have a few of those moments where she knows what's best, or she's going to be telling what's-his-face to, like, you know, get back, you know, get in the back seat, I'm doing it my way, even if he's right, you know, and pig-headed, bull-headed, thick-headed, I guess is the way I'm putting it. She seems a little bull-headed to me, I guess, and it's even been like that since the first game, which that makes for interesting situations, and the character's really great for it. But I'm talking about like in a personal capacity. If I had to like interact with Ellie or people like her, I'd be like, yeah, get the hell out of here. You go be a farmer over there. You shut up and get out of my face. I don't need your bullshit. I know what's best attitude. But again, it doesn't really seem like that. She's like, it doesn't seem like she's like that a lot. And really, I guess what I'm describing is a little bit more of the extreme. She seems a little bullheaded to me. Like, you know, thick-headed, like, you can't tell her what's what, even if you're right. And not even all the time. So that's going to make for an interesting kind of, like, dynamic within the game. Are we going to get, like, the in-game characters trying to tell our character, hey, don't do this because it's going to go like that. And we're going to be like, nah, F off, I'm going to go do it anyways. And it's going to create friction. It's going to create some crazy stories. I'm excited to see where it goes. Now let's see whatever he's talking about.
Enjoy.
If this was Florida, there would be alligators. They would have gotten loose. Snakes. Can you imagine if this was in Florida? The wildlife in Florida? Oh, in this kind of world? It'd be insane.
Did you find her yet?
Shit.
Jake, well, no one was looking. We're searching the area, just in case she's still around.
Isaac's not happy about it.
No shit.
And Isaac. What a pretentious name.
Escape. The fuck are they talking about?
Isaac. That seems like something they should lock up. Yeah, definitely like a Tomb Raider game. In a way, like with all the added stuff they're putting in here, the swimming, the climbing, the all you can do, it's definitely looking like a better than normal Tomb Raider. With his own story and characters, and it's not ripping anything off. It's just the feel. Kill her. Kill the bitch.
Don't make a fucking sound. Hands up. Do you know a girl named Nora?
Sure, yeah.
Where is she?
In the hospital.
Where in the hospital?
Yeah, they're clearing out the upper floors. She's somewhere in there.
Fuck. That was dumb.
Should have just killed her. No one's grateful for their life, not in this world. No one's grateful that you spared their life, I should say. What if you could shoot that with like a gun or a bow and arrow and break that PSP or Game Gear?
I got my girl waiting for him for Bob.
You shit me? They put you with Joe again?
Upstairs.
Hey, we get the job done.
I bet you do. Oh, this is not fair.
I'm telling you, man. Data soldier. It makes these shifts so much easier.
Sure. I'll keep that in mind.
Fuck. Sounds like scars are getting closer.
Hope that's our guys executing those freaks.
Hey, did you hear why we're all getting called up to the fob?
Well, I heard that Isaac wants us to retake all of downtown.
3 shots? I knew it had durability to it.
No way. Not after what went down last time. Even Isaac isn't that crazy.
That's what I heard.
Shut up. All right. Calm down.
Can you pick up bodies and hide them too, or no?
Charlotte! Roger and back! Sticky tape from that way!
Nice. Way be silent, bitch. Molotovs and a spear? Spike? Oh!
Head out. Check the whole courtyard. Someone's out there.
Boom! Shot in the back of the head because they were waiting for you, and now you're dead. A dog. Nice. Oh god, there's gonna be so many PETAs and fucking PETA in fucking Twitch chats. Fucking capital D colon. Oh my god. Oh my god, he killed the dog. Why, bro? Like he's your friend. Man's best friend, don't kill the dog. Fuck out of here. Kill that piece of shit. It's working for the enemy. In the fucking ear. That dude's, I don't know why he made a gurgling sound. But bro, the dog. What do you mean about the dog, man? The dog is evil. Nah, man, the dog, you can't kill the dog, bro.
Just like that.
Savage. Just like that, he's fucking dead. Shotgun, please. Ooh, boy. Right in the temple. Dome skied. Hasta luego, pendejo. kind of want to know what the weapon's called as well. Ooh. Oh, fucking forehead, dude!
I'll go check it out. I got you covered. Holy shit!
Like you saw his bald spot and everything.
Look out! Move! Over here! Drop her now, crook! Asshole!
Oh, nice one, bitch. Oh yeah, you're murderers, boy.
I found her!
Oh! Fuck me, dude! Just rip that fucking skull apart. Ooh. Fucking dome skin. Oh, we're not gonna win this one, I remember. I think. This looks like something that's been seen before. The panic's setting in.
Damn it! Find another way off!
So we're not gonna make this 2 videos. I'm invested. I haven't played a game like this in so long. My QTEs would be so bad. Brrr, jump scares.
That you, Nora?
Oh. It was a good day. Today was a good day. That's what it is. It's not Tupac, is it? It's not... It's Ice Cube?
What's Abby here?
You're not stupid. You're gonna tell us where she went.
When Isaac talks to us about this...
I'm getting tired of this.
Nora.
It was Ice Cube, I think, yeah.
Nora! I'm not going down for her, man.
Today was a good day. It's so loud. People would hear that shit. Oh, wait. Was that Eazy-E?
Don't scream.
No, it wasn't Easy.
Put that shit down. You remember me? Yeah. You remember me.
Should kill her too. That was good, man. That was good. Hold on, It was Ice Cube. It was a good day. I thought so. That's like some old fucking GTA song or some shit too. 6/19/20. Oh boy, I'm actually pretty excited for that. Normally I don't really go with these kind of. Well, my camera is just all kinds of. I have a rest of a body. Oh hi, this is the rest of me. That was weird. I was like way down here. That was weird. I don't like that. I was never a big fan of these kind of games, mostly because I grew up through the 90s and early 2000s, and that's how every game was like that. Not as good, obviously, but quick time events, fucking Tomb Raider games, freaking even the it was what it was, right? You always get these story games, I guess. It's just I don't know. I played a lot of fighting games, a lot of racing games. Got into RPGs later on. Like within the 360 kind of space. Maybe Fable as well. No, that's not like a super. It's an RPG, but kinda. Yeah, and it was just kind of. Story games were never my favorite, I guess. Games like this. And I can't even remember any of the ones that came out in the 90s or the 2000s for the most part. There wasn't a Tomb Raider game or I can't even remember. I can't even think of a Max Payne. Maybe I played like one Max Payne, which was actually really awesome. But I was never big into story games for whatever reason. I just didn't really care for them. I wanted something multiplayer, something action packed, something I play with friends. Mario Party. Do anybody remember Mario Party? Why isn't that online yet? What the hell's the matter with you, Nintendo? But yeah, it was just games like that, I guess, and then also going outside and playing. Grand Theft Auto games, like I was saying, but I did play some. Well, you know, Tomb Raider 3 was really good. Does anybody remember the T-Rex? That was an insane scene. Like, did anybody ever figure out that you just, if you didn't walk, he didn't see you? I learned that from Jurassic Park, and I showed my dad that as a 12-year-old kid. It was my highlight of one of my gaming experiences of all time. So sometimes story games can have those awesome impacts, especially if you're playing with other people. If you play games like this with other people and you want to share it like that, that's also really cool. I would probably be more like that. If I played this, it might be like, I might stream it. I don't really think I'll play it personally. It'd be awesome to play it with people too, for everybody to kind of see and hear what's going on. But yeah, this was really cool. I was really down with all the mechanics that they've improved upon, the ones they've added, the graphics, of course. The environments were an 11 out of 10. Easy. It all looked really good. The variety, you get to do some boat stuff, some horse stuff. Let's just hope it's not very niche. Let's hope you get some real access to that stuff. It's like, oh, you get to drive the boat around this one flooded area, and that's it. It'd be kind of cool if it's more to it than that. Yeah, it looks really good, and I'm really excited to see it. I've watched a full playthrough of the first one. I've never played it. I've watched multiple streamers actually play through it. Again, it was just, at the time I didn't have the money to get it, so watching a lot of video game playthroughs was kind of how you live vicariously through people. Again, single player game, not really my thing usually. But this is definitely one I think I'll be buying. But with that, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. See whatever video I'm doing next. Later, guys.